Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It's Thursday, one more day till Friday, so hang in there. And welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life Live. On this channel, we explore entertainment, career opportunities, and health and wellness while taking you on a journey with people in our personal network and professional network that shifts the narrative of normal from disabled to differently able. Today we have none other than a fantastic guest.
It's a fantastic guest. It's not such a fantastic topic, but hey, we got to address these things.
It's a power couple, Milton and Synolve Craft of the Craft organization. They're here today to talk to you about the water crisis that's going on in Memphis, and they're there in Memphis, boots on the ground, and how you can team up with the Craft organization to help with this water crisis that's going on right now. So we want to bring Milton and Synolve on just to say a quick hello to the viewing audience.
All right, so let's say hello there.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. We are so excited to have you on today's episode. You guys look refreshed, like you are ready. Tough times there in Memphis, but you're going to tell us all about it, right?
That's correct. Absolutely.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
And you guys out there in the viewing audience, you can join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 for half an hour.
No. 11:15
Eastern Standard
a.m.
Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See how the women have to keep the time, guys? It's the women that are timely.
But it's the women that's always late for everything. Like I said, being married to LaQuita, I found out 10 minutes and a hair appointment means there's another hour that you're going to be waiting. So it's just like
we got to do what we got to do around here. But anyways, guys.
So like I said, we here every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to be, and remember, this broadcast is viewer supported by members like you. So how can they get in touch with and partner with us so they can make sure that we continue to provide them fantastic content?
All right, Corey, I'm going to do some of my tech magic here in the background because as you guys know, this is definitely, what do you call it, Corey? Member supported.
By viewers like you.
Member supported by viewers like you. That means that if you would like to support our work, support this production, you can follow right there at the bottom of the screen, buymeacoffee.com / blind guy, his wife. So if you're unsure of where you're going, I'll put it up on the screen here so that way you can kind of see if you landed in the right place. So that means when you get to this page, it should not be blank. It should look like that. This means that you will see Corey and I at the top. Blind guy, his wife, they're like, Corey's eyes don't work. When we say you're blind, people don't know if you do mini blinds or if what. They don't know what that means. Corey's eyes don't work. When we say that, people understand it. He has a wife. That's me. We celebrate life. And so, of course, if you'd like to support this production, you can buy 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees, or you can type in your own number. I'll put in 50 coffees. And it tells you right there how much you would be supporting this production and the amount of, and keep in mind that we do have 100% of all proceeds going to Atupan Edutainment Incorporated. It is a nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit organization. So all donations are tax deductible. And of course we got to report to the IRS. So, hey, that's kind of important. But guys, we have a fantastic day today. We'd love for you to support us. But if you cannot, definitely support us with a thumbs up. With a thumbs up, that means a lot. It means this information can go out to other people. And with a thumbs up, that means that you can also get other people to subscribe to this information because we definitely bring the value.
So don't forget to bum rush the buttons, like, subscribe, and share.
Well, Corey, since your eyes don't work, I do have to share the information with you. So let's jump right into the comments.
All right.
We've got some folks in here saying, let's go. But I need to sing that because he's a vocalist. He was on on our episode last week.
Oh, David Hunt.
You already know. David Hunt. Hey there, David Hunt.
Let's go. Bustle shots.
Hey there, Shine Bright says, Grand Rising fam. Make sure you shine that like button. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Thanks for bringing the sun. It's bright and sunny today.
All right, good. You're doing your job, Shine Bright. Guys, shining bright here.
Yes, and then Philip Waldo Jr., my brother, says, good morning, all.
PWJ with the bass voice and the voiceover specialist.
Yes, absolutely. Then we also have a One Love family. Who do you think that is, Corey? You know it. XDMC is in the house saying One Love family. Hey there. And David Hunt is just cheering. Whoop, whoop. He says, hey, I'm everywhere. Octopon, the Talking Drums Entertainment.
All right.
So he's chatting from all the different places. And Philip Waldo Jr. is saying one. Hey, my mama is in the house.
Mama C, that's my mama-in-law.
She says, good morning, everyone, on this Wednesday morning from Mama C. Yes, because, we're counting down the weekend. So, of course, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're here for you. XDMC Chris says, Corey, I know you always on time. I have a wife also gives us strength.
And they're fussing us, XDMC. How much time is left in the football game? It's the 2-minute warning. How long is that for real? About 30, 45 more minutes. See, we're going to be late. But then we're supposed to sit there in that car, tap the steering wheel for another 2 hours while they're getting their hair done. They're supposed to know 15 minutes ago.
So I'm going to just do my tech stuff in the background while y'all talk trash. I don't believe most of it. So, all right, let's see what we've got here. It says, hey, Philip Waldo Jr. is shouting out his mama. And then my sister, wonderful Wednesday to you all. Sonia with the Y.
Sonia with the West. Wonderful Wednesday.
She's a vocalist, Corey.
Sonia Y.
She's the vocalist. So we'll just leave it at that. Hey, Miss Synolve says, Milton and I are honored to be here today.
Hey.
We're excited. We're going to hop right into them because Jay Lovett, we've got, information from Synolve and Milton. But Jay Lovett is here saying, hey, hello to my favorite family.
Jay Lovett.
Good morning
I got to come up with
you.
a song for you, Jay Lovett.
We also have Sonia with the Y saying, David Hunt, thank you for the morning meditation. Yes.
Yeah, check out David Hunt's YouTube page for morning meditations. When we say he can play and sing, he can play, and it's not sing, but sang. He can sing.
Well, this is what's happening here, guys. David Hunt has an amazing channel. If you need background music, if you need vocals, put his channel on. He will do it all for you.
If you want music recorded for your office, instead of really not so good elevator music, this dude can put it together for you, probably. I'm gonna say not probably, but definitely can put it together for you. He is a masterful piano player and a wonderful singer. So, all right, David, we've given you all those props. Buzz up shots. I need some.
As I was saying, let's move forward because we have Jay Lovett saying, I love your energy. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay.
Speaking of energy, Corey, let's get into a 5.
Jay Lovett, Jay really, really loves it.
Oh, okay. Let's get into a 5-minute story time that describes who our guests are today, what they're all about, and what we're going to be talking about.
The 5-minute story that we're going to tell involves a video clip straight from the Craft organization's files and archives. This couple is a power couple, and I mean power couple because they are involved with the community. They go out on police car rides. They're in the back seat sometimes, but they're not in there because they belong in there. They're in there because they want to be in there, going out serving the community,
mediating, solving problems.
Yes.
On behalf of or alongside the police, solving problems for and with the police, for the community, with the police. Is that how you say it?
That's how you for and with the community. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
And they also are great at teaching people about sustainability and making sure that people have things that they need throughout the course of the year, not just at the holidays, but all year, 365 days a year, all year long. So we want to play this video clip for you so you can find out just exactly who the Craft organization is. Well,
and the good thing is, guys, that you need to know that currently, today's topic, Memphis, Tennessee is much like Texas right now. They're in a water crisis. They have those busted pipes. They have no water. This has been going on for so long. But our guest today, they have a Craft organization that has been providing relief, continues to provide relief all year long. And so this 1-minute video is going to just talk about what they do, how they do it, and it'll serve as our 5-minute story time to introduce them. Let's get it started.
Share the audio so you can hear all their wonderful words.
Oh yeah, here we are. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says thanks to Trader Joe's, Corey. And Milton is loading up the cart from Trader Joe's, just like pasta, canned goods. These are boxes they created over the holidays. Just in 2020, during the pandemic, they have on masks. It says, thanks to our donors, thank you. And you see their logo on the screen.
Hello, everyone. We're Milton and Synolve Craft, founders of Craft Organization.
Hello.
This year has been really trying and difficult for a lot of families with everything that's going on across the country. A lot of people have lost jobs, a lot of people have lost loved ones, and many families are struggling just to feed themselves. So with your help and your donations, we're able to provide food boxes for families in need. We'd like to give a special thanks to Trader Joe's for making donations to help families in need. We'd also like to give thanks to our supporters on Facebook and YouTube for their generous donations and helping to feed families during these times. Behind us, we have a box
Thank you.
of food that we put together, which
They
has
showed videos of
veggies,
boxes
meats, proteins, and different types of foods that a family can use to feed themselves. Thank you so much again for your generous donations, your kind thoughts, and all of the gifts that you provided to help Craft Organization to help feed those in need. Happy holidays,
Happy holidays. Thank you.
and we'll see you again real soon.
Wow.
All right. And that's just one example of what the Craft Organization does year round. So we are glad to have them back again with us today to talk about, like LaQuita said, a pretty unfortunate situation that's going on in Memphis, Tennessee. The same crisis that's affecting Texas is now affecting Memphis, Tennessee. And we're going to bring them on to talk about what they're doing to help out and what we can do to join in and team up with them to make sure that we make a difference in these trying times for the city of Memphis. So now, it's time for today's special guest, Milton and Synolve from the Craft Organization.
Morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good
Milton
morning.
and Synolve, thank you for coming back. I know it's some unfortunate times right now, but you guys are boots on the ground.
Wait a minute, they got bottles of water.
We brought some water.
Yeah.
I got mine right here, and like I said, we want, you guys are boots on the ground in Memphis, where the situation is pretty tough at what we call ground zero. And just to give everybody an idea of kind of what's going on.
Thank you guys, by the way, also for being here. We do have Sid the Cool Kid Antoine saying good
Hey.
morning, everyone.
Sid the Cool Kid.
Yeah, so people are welcoming you as well.
Make sure you bum rush that like button, everybody.
Yes.
Come in. But like we were saying, the situation in Memphis right now is you had this freeze and a snowstorm that caused the pipes. And but if you don't know anything about plumbing, here's a little brief example from a country boy that knows something about plumbing and septic tanks. Now,
Well, you're a country boy. Milton is also a country boy. He identifies.
just some country boys on the rise.
Yes, and Shine Bright is welcoming you, the Craft Organization. Philip Waldo Jr. is also welcoming you guys. So, Corey, you're going to explain how pipes burst.
Right.
And Milton, you tell us if this is right. Y'all know y'all stuff.
So in the wintertime, there's always water in a pipe. People don't, it's just in a state of not moving because you haven't released the valve to turn the water on.
Oh, so it's always in the pipe.
There's always water in the pipe somewhere.
Okay.
So when the water
Milton's
freezes,
nodding. He agrees.
when the water freezes in the pipe, water expands when it turns to ice. If there's a weak spot in the pipe, or especially along the seams where it might be rusted, it's going to rupture and burst. Here's where
So the pipe ruptures because the water expanded when it froze?
Water expanded when it froze into
Oh.
ice. Now, here's the part. Sewer lines do the exact same thing. If there's water in the sewer line, that water will expand and burst. And a lot of times, in a lot of places, sewer lines and water lines run parallel to one another. So if both of them burst, there's cross-contamination from the bacteria and parasites in the sewer line getting into the water lines that people use to drink and bathe and cook, and that is never a good situation.
Milton is still nodding, and Synolve was nodding, and now she's agreeing on this is messed up.
The city of Memphis has a unique situation where their water company is privatized. So that water company elected to turn the water off.
Oh, they did?
And so that way they're with the busted water mains.
They're agreeing, yes, that's what happened.
People don't have water. And so Milton and Synolve, that was my synopsis. What are you going to say right there to weigh in? I don't want to take over the interview.
You did a great job of explaining that. That's 100% accurate.
Hello, it's good to see you. Good to be here today.
Yeah. So what happened here in Memphis was with this recent ice storm that came through, exactly like you said, a lot of pipes burst underground and a lot of sewer pipes burst also. So the city had to shut off some water, and then most of the other water was contaminated. Like you said, with both of the two water lines merging, it caused a lot of bacteria, a lot of fungi, and that's just unsafe to bathe, drink, or even to use at all. So the city issued a boil alert. So people who, now let me say this, everybody does not have water. So they issued a boil alert for those who do have water. But the majority of Memphians do not have water.
They turn the pipe on, they turn the faucet on, and nothing.
You get
a drip comes out, or not. Absolutely nothing comes out, which you'll see in the news broadcast. And so it's just creating a horrible situation for kids, for seniors, for everybody.
Right.
Pregnant women, water in hospitals. It's just a really tough situation.
So I'll share that news article. Is that what were you going to say, Corey?
I was going to say, we're going to share the news clip from the news station there in Memphis that's talking about the boil water alert. When he says the boil alert, he means actually they are telling people to boil water if they can get it out of there, but get it out of it.
But how long have they been saying to boil the water?
This has been going on for the last week, and there's really no time frame on when they're going to be able to stop boiling. So that's really the issue for those who don't have water and those who have limited water. You don't know when this is going to be over, so it's kind of stressful and causing a lot of unease for a lot of people right now.
Right. Well, we're going to share that clip. We do have people bringing in some good vibes. Karen Pino says good morning, and XDMC is greeting you guys. Welcome, Craft. I wanted to also shout out that I love your cover design for Love, the New Currency. And he's talking about this book right here that Synolve wrote. Hey, you got yours too?
Can I see the book?
No, you can't see the book. No, you're going to say
I'm not going to say anything crazy.
Corey had, Philip Baldo Jr. says, Corey had me thinking I was watching the Discovery Channel. What did you say?
Oh, what I said.
And Donnie goes in. Hey there, Donnie. Peace, power, love, light, and unity to my A1 family. Let me pull up this news article when you say something crazy.
When I first met Synolve, I saw her beautiful eyes.
That's right.
That's right. Gazes. And she just said, hello. And I said, hi. And from that point on, it was love.
Give me this. All right, here we go.
I'm just trying to make sure they read the book, because that was on chapter 1, page 1.
All right, so I'll pull this up. Let's see if we can get this going, because this here, let me close this ad and see what they're saying here.
Yeah, Milton designed the cover of the book, so there's really no telling what's in it when he was designing the layout and the cover. So there's no telling what he slipped in there.
All right, let's see what they're saying there in Memphis. This is your news channel.
Missouri, the utility ordered last week. Now, there is no timeline for when that alert will be lifted, but Memphis Light, Gas and Water says things are headed in the right direction. This morning, we are live with their president of Community and External Affairs, Gail Jones-Carson, with an update. Gail, welcome to Live at 9. Good to see you as always.
That's the boil water.
I'll ask you the million-dollar question. What is this timeline we're on right now for the boil water advisory being lifted? Is there one yet?
Good morning, and thank you for having me on. No, we do not have a deadline yet or a date for when the boil water advisory will be lifted. However, I do want your viewers to know that Memphis Light, Gas and Water employees are working 24/7, 16-hour shifts to do everything they can to restore our system back to normalcy. We are still asking customers to work with us on reserving or conserving water. That is critical that they work with us on that. We also need them to, when they see water leaks anywhere, to please call and report that to us. It's critical that we cut off as much of these burst water mains and leaks as we can.
All right, so we're going to stop it right about there, because
now,
man.
And I'm sitting here listening.
And look, now, Corey, you're getting yourself in trouble. Philip Baldo Jr. saw you reading the book. He said, I told you, and I told you that Corey can see.
They didn't know the book was upside down and everything else. But I was sitting there listening to that story, and it's like, okay, you say boil the water, but what else? So let's say you're boiling water to.
Where are you getting water from?
Well, first of all, you get the water from what you get out of the tap, but it's like when you boil the water, just because you boil it, it's still stuff like germs and stuff floating around.
Well, when I say where are you getting it from, because some people just don't have it. They didn't have it in their homes. They didn't have bottled water. And I know that you guys are helping to alleviate that. So I put your information at the bottom of the screen because you have a 501c3 organization, craft organization. So people can get a tax deductible. Hey, she got her bottle of water there.
Right.
They can make a tax deductible donation to #craft organization. You know, we have our Cash App attached to our nonprofit too. Right. So go ahead, Corey. You were asking them about.
But like what I was saying is, if let's say you're boiling water to cook, so how do you skim the water after you boil it? Do you like filter it?
Oh yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, here's people are already in a tough situation, and so now you're asking them to boil water, but you also have to clean. So you for example, you're taking your first pot of water and you got to boil it. Okay, so how are you going to clean it? So you got to skim it, you got to strain it, you got to do all that. And so then in the middle of COVID, in the middle of a pandemic, tell me how are you going to keep that, then clean that? Because the next step I would do is, and you would do, sitting here, you would probably clean that, all the utensils, all the pots or whatever you're using. And so this is just not a good situation for anyone.
Yeah,
so
it never gets clean, basically what you're saying, because you constantly clean other things just to get to the point where you can use it to be able to use the water. Well, by the time you do that, all that boiling, there's not much water left. So just imagine you have a case of bottled water for a family of 4. You got to boil it. And then by the time you boil it, you're probably down to 8 bottles of water. So, I mean, that's nothing. You can't do anything with that.
Yeah, I mean, so you've got the bottled water that they're giving out, but then you've got, people who are, borrowing water from neighbors, or if they don't have water in their homes at all, or you are, risking what you can get out of the tap. But then just think now you release water into your sink, for example, and you are sitting there with a pot and trying to fill that up. So then you got parasites all in your sink. And then you got to boil the water. How are you going to clean any of this stuff? And then you're straining it to pour it through something. So now the pot that you boiled it in, the strainer that you have, all this stuff is potentially contaminated. So it's, really causing a difficult, even more stressful and difficult situation in the middle of a pandemic when people were already struggling. Memphis, Milton talks about Memphis being a high poverty rate. And so they were already struggling. Jobs were already being lost. It's just a whole, situation that's compounded now.
Yeah. So speaking of a compounded situation, they made some efforts to actually alleviate the people that not having water by letting the bottled water dry. So we have a video. We're going to show.
Was the news coverage?
News coverage.
Yeah.
We're going to show how that's working for the public there in Memphis.
Well, yeah, they only gave out one case at a time. So let's look at this, and you guys let me know if you can see this okay, because I know sometimes the videos, they load up slowly, and so I know they said people were lining up as early as 5 a.m. for an 8 o'clock
water giveaway.
Yeah, for an 8 o'clock water giveaway. And so let's just take a look, see what's going on. There in Memphis, this is what the news footage, we're just bringing up a news video. So can you guys see this okay, this screen? Let's close this ad and we're gonna let that load up. Turn the volume on.
Memphis, it was a scramble as hundreds tried getting in line for a free case of bottled water. Unfortunately, many left disappointed since the pop-up.
Oh, it's buffering. Let's see what we can do here.
I know what you're thinking.
Oh my goodness.
He knows what you're thinking.
So we'll just turn the volume off for the ad. because, here we go. They're getting their stuff in here, right?
Mhm. But again, I mean,
It's coming back
The
on
hot
now.
commodity these days, of course, we're talking water. And this morning in Southwest Memphis, it was a scramble as hundreds tried getting in line for a free case of bottled water. Unfortunately, many left disappointed since the pop-up distribution drive started early. But as WREG's Jarita Patterson learned, there's a reason things began earlier than expected.
So it was supposed to start, like they put it out on social media that they're going to start distribution at 8 a.m., but, or maybe let's just say 10 a.m. They started at 8 a.m. If they were supposed to start at 8, they started earlier. That's the reason why you guys are going to neighboring towns, because you can find water outside of Memphis, right?
That's
Right.
correct. Yeah. Now, Memphis has over 500,000 residents, and
Mhm.
they're doing these pop-up water drop-offs when you have lines that are over a mile long. So if it's scheduled to start at 10, police are saying that it's causing so much traffic congestion, so they go ahead and start early, like an hour early. But what you do is, once you do that, in less than 15 minutes, you're out of water. So you probably only serve 30 or 40 cars, and you got a line that's over a mile long. So this is happening throughout the whole city with all of these pop-ups. Everybody is not getting the chance to get some water. But we do live by surrounding states, Mississippi and Arkansas are our border states. So we're looking at going to Mississippi this week to find water to come back and help distribute out to the citizens of Memphis.
Yeah, and Middle Tennessee area, because not everybody has transportation. So for
Yeah.
people, seniors, and for people who don't have transportation, how are they supposed to get water? There are no bus lines that even come out to this area where I am, where we live. And so how are they going to get water if you don't have, all the store shelves are bare and empty, and then they're also limiting 2 cases. So for a family of 4, how are you supposed to do this? And so what they need to do is declare a state of emergency. The governor, the mayor, all this is why another reason we're putting the word out. They need to declare a state of emergency so that water.
Wait a minute. I have a question. Because I thought you said this has been going on for like over a week, and your city is passing out water here and there. And then you guys personally, craft organization, you're going to get water, but they're not in a state of, I don't know. Is Texas declared a state of emergency?
They did.
They are.
Yeah, Texas.
Because y'all, the parallels of the situation is exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
So how are you buying this water also? Like, are you purchasing this with funds from
donations?
Donations? I know that you all partner, like in your video we showed, you partner with companies, Trader Joe's and other companies, but you also work on, the basic level. Hey there, Audra Tillman, she's saying yes.
Right.
And also, how are you buying it? I know if we buy your book, you said that, proceeds from the purchase are going to definitely help with these efforts, because you guys do this all year long. So I'll make sure I put the link to that book. But how are you buying the water?
Well, we started out when you and I, Milton and I came on the broadcast, another broadcast with you all. And so you all know that we started out with bottled water with Craft Organization. And so water is dear to our hearts. We started out as we called ourselves Living Water. So this is very interesting to find ourselves in this situation. And so initially, the initial water bottles that we bought and are buying were bought with our own money. And so this situation is coming to be overwhelming. And so now we decided yesterday to open it up because it's just ongoing. It's just going on too long, so that we can open it up and allow other people to donate and to come stand with us. Not only with your prayers and not only with writing your congressman about it and sharing it on your social media pages, but also if you'd like to share a gift through either purchasing a book. We are so grateful to everyone who has Donnie and XDMC and LaQuita Marie and Corey who purchased books, and that has helped us to continue our mission. And we're grateful to those of you who, like LaQuita Marie and Corey, who donated to Craft Organization and so many others, because this helps Milton and I to expand our few little dollars and be able to do more.
And that's the beautiful thing about working with a nonprofit, is whenever you're selling products or whenever you're taking donations, they're going to help further the work of the nonprofit. Because a lot of times people think, oh, that's benefiting somebody. No, it's not. It's benefiting the people that a nonprofit organization is serving. So that's why we're big on helping you guys out. And so again, LaQuita didn't know I was going to say this. I didn't know I was going to say this. It just came to me. Don't buy us a coffee today. Donate to the Craft Organization.
Absolutely. We did put the link in the chat, so that way people can know where to go as far as where to buy the book, but also it's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen.
And if you do buy us a coffee, we can make sure that money gets to Milton and Synolve today.
Yes.
And how long we can help. So
yeah.
So definitely. So now we're going to do, we talked about the issue, but there are ways to make sure that we can provide water. There's a gentleman, ironically, his name is Moses West. We had the pleasure of talking to him on several occasions. We become personally acquainted with him. And he was recently interviewed as a part of an event we were doing for last Saturday, February 20th. And he shared his sentiments on his invention, the automatic water generator, and how that's a way that the states across the country, cities and municipalities can make sure that they never run out of water. So we're going to share a clip of that video, and then we're going to talk to Synolve and Milton about what they're doing about sustainability.
Yes, so hopefully I'm at the right place here where Moses West is talking about solutions.
He's in Texas.
Using technology so that we can live sustainable.
He's in Texas,
and
yes.
basically, you have
follows the route, comes to the United States, picks up water in the ocean, and drops it on land.
I think I went to the wrong place.
Around the world, right?
Right. What I did was I have a foundation called the Moses West Foundation. My attorney's like, okay, look, you got all this notoriety out there. You do this humanitarian work. You should have a foundation with your name. And so what I also have that foundation for, hey guys, I'm not going to be around forever, right? Now, I don't think this technology should really be owned by just like one company or one person. I think this is kind of a global technology. And most of the people that are trying to do this are trying to get very rich doing it because they want to sell you a lot of water. I'm looking at my people, and I consider my people the entire globe. The entire globe. We are all one people. But there are some people that want to make us all separated. We know how that game works. Hey, but water is a human right. It's a natural right. And with science, none of us have to be without water. So that Moses West Foundation, hey guys, when it's time for me to kick the bucket and I'm out, what I'm going to do is everything that I own, all my technology, patents, know-how, trade secret, everything is going to go in there. Whatever money it makes, give scholarship to people. Hey, y'all can figure out how to use that money any way you want. But you're going to own water, and you're going to own the ability to make food. And right now, what our community needs to know is, hey guys, if we sit down in a room within the next month and we talk, and you have the people that have the money that want to do this, hey, we can eliminate the food desert anywhere from the San Antonio line all the way down to the coast, from the east to the west. You can eliminate the food desert in the city. You can grow enough hydroponic fruits and vegetables on solar power, produce your own water, and guess what? You can sell it back to the main population of the United States. With the technology that I can put in your hands, you are the next billionaires.
Wow, that's something. He's saying what it is. Like, there shouldn't be a water crisis. Basically, there are sustainable ways that we can solve these problems, huh?
And that's another example of nonprofit doing great things. This Moses West Foundation, you can donate directly to him to make sure that these water machines continue to be built. And
but for today, we got to solve the Memphis water crisis.
For the Memphis water crisis, we want you to donate to the Craft Organization today.
Boom.
So now, Milton, we're gonna wrap it up by talking about some of the things that you're doing to promote sustainability that goes right along with the water crisis, the food crisis.
And Philip Waldo Jr. is saying Black love matters because, you guys are a couple, you're working together, same here. We're all getting these initiatives done, and we've seen the videos. You guys got your hands in the dirt. getting potatoes, going out to get food. Right now, you're helping with the water crisis. So tell us a little bit about sustainability, because I'm going to share your YouTube channel. Moses West just mentioned it. He said that, we can have sustainability out here. So this way, the food helps the water and the food, all of this works together.
He's using his machine to pull water out of the atmosphere, the water that's already there, that's been here for millions of years.
Yeah, so can you see that? We have your channel pulled up. Tell us a little bit about Craft Farms.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that we try to do is to make sure a couple things, that people have adequate housing and people have adequate access to food. One of the things that the news talked about briefly during this snowstorm is that there were 3 people that froze to death outside because they did not have adequate housing. So as part of Craft organization, one of the things that we're trying to implement is housing for people who are in transition, basically homeless or people who've just lost their jobs and they don't have a place to stay. We're trying to build what's called container communities. I'm sure you guys have seen this, container storages where people ship stuff overseas in those storage containers. Those are being refurbished to have like efficiencies that people can live in. So we're looking at building container box communities, say 10 container boxes in the community, 10 over here. But within that, we want to put in gardening, so that the community as a whole within that thing can have a garden, a place to grow their own food,
community garden,
a place where they can build community with each other. And again, this is just transitional, but you're doing a couple of things. You're helping yourself to change your mindset and how you think about food and water. You're growing your own food. So that should give you a sense of hope right there. You're growing your veggies and everything right there on that land. And also it's giving you time to have a safe place to stay during whatever storm or weather may come. So there's no more freezing in the streets during a snowstorm, because that's just not acceptable.
No, right. And teaches people how to farm, and how to sell.
Yeah, and one of the things that we will offer is teaching people, once we start that garden within that community, we're going to teach you how to grow your own food, but we also teach you how to take that food and go into the marketplace to these vendors and become an entrepreneur. Sell the produce that you grew. Make you some money and invest that back into yourself and into that community. And if we can get that cycle going, we can help alleviate some of this poverty that we see here in our area.
With our
hopefully this can transition as all across all 50 states. So it's just getting it started is the thing that we're trying to work on, because nobody should ever have to freeze to death because of inadequate housing.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be awesome if all these entities came together? Once the Craft organization with its container community and its community garden, the Moses West Foundation with its automatic water generating machine that's providing not only water, but solar energy and things of that nature to that community.
And then what you all are providing too, the entrepreneurship, the training, the business mindset, and the mindset of, and I said business mindset because y'all know Milton's a businessman. Businessman, yes. And so that means that you guys are really, with Craft organization, you're helping people in all aspects. I mean, it's a full-fledged operation. You're helping people to be completely independent, not giving them the fish per se, but teaching them how to fish. Yes.
And again, I'm going to reiterate this. Don't buy us a coffee today. Make sure you send any donations towards the Craft Foundation, so the Craft organization, so that they can continue to provide services and water to the people in Memphis right now that are under crisis. So we definitely want to thank Milton and Synolve for coming on and sharing a tough story and still kind of doing it and still managing to keep a smile on their faces. So we appreciate you guys for being boots on the ground there and actually working it out through your organization.
Speaking of the Craft organization and all the work that they're doing, I know that I mentioned you guys having your hands in the ground, digging potatoes, harvesting potatoes, I should say. And that's one of our plant-based treats today. It involves something as simple as potatoes. I know, Synolve, you said that you guys eat a lot of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say one thing before we go too far.
Sure.
You guys are saying that we can bring in Moses and other organizations. We'd also like to bring you guys in too with these plant-based treats. You could come in and teach them how to eat healthy, how to offer your service and teaching them how to prepare the food properly and to do things like that. Like Corey said, if we all work together, we can see a change happen.
Yes, and we need Philip Waldo Jr. to come in
And
and
do a
to do
voiceover.
our voiceover and give us our music, and and then we also need Sonya with the wife to do our theme song. I mean, it's community.
It's all together.
This is how it works. Us all coming together to build something amazing. And this is why we smile when we can talk to loving people like you and Corey, who really get what it is that we're trying to do and what we're trying to build.
Yeah, just picture, we just grew some potatoes in the container garden, and you guys are right there. Well, let's take these potatoes and let's make a dish right here on site. You know how heartwarming that would be for people? That would be so awesome.
And Corey has to introduce it now today.
Absolutely. Well, guys, this has been such a pleasure having you on today. David Hunt says this is so awesome. People are inspired. We appreciate you guys being here. We want everybody watching to get the word out on how, we all can help with boots on the ground, like people like Craft Organization, Milton and Synolve.
Make sure you share this video, not just for our purposes, but share it so that Milton and Synolve's message from Memphis can get out there and people can understand how they can help with this organization and what they're doing to provide relief.
Yeah, and hopefully help the state of the situation. We just want to help Memphis also. So thank you guys for being on today. Yeah. And we'll stay in touch. We'll be talking with you soon.
We're gonna pop you backstage. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you when the broadcast is over. So now,
wait a minute, Corey. You didn't even let the people say goodbye.
Oh, sorry. I was jumping the gun.
All right, we'll see you soon. Man, that was good stuff. Go ahead, Corey. Now you can see what you're gonna say.
It's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Rutabaga mashed potatoes.
Just chopping up this rutabaga into large pieces. Rutabagas work very well with mashed potatoes. The flavors really match. Got some potatoes chopped up here. I'm going to add these to the pot, to the boiling water with the rutabaga. I'll add a little bit more water, just enough to cover most of the potatoes.
Potatoes are a rich source of potassium for lowering blood pressure, and they're full of vitamin B6, vitamin C, and fiber for heart health.
So I just placed a garlic bulb into the oven, the entire bulb, just like this, with all of the paper on about 450 degrees.
Garlic is full of antioxidants like vitamin C that fight colon, prostate, lung, and brain cancers. It slows development of osteoarthritis. 1 tablespoon of better than bouillon vegetable paste.
It's a liquid, so we're going to put in about a tablespoon of that.
Rutabagas are packed with antioxidants that prevent cancer, and they're high in fiber, which helps digestion, lowers cholesterol and blood sugar.
Our garlic. So this is roasted. You can just peel off some of the outer paper, pull off bulb, and get the soft part out. The soft part is what you want.
So the potatoes reduce arthritis, sinusitis, and other forms of inflammation. Rutabagas are full of carotenoids and other anti-aging minerals that improve memory, eyesight, and boost cell regeneration. The garlic lowers your blood pressure, regulates diabetes, and reduces hardening of arteries.
Wow, these mashed potatoes do everything.
Teaspoon of kosher salt, and get everything blended.
I like that the mashed potatoes were nice and creamy. They had a good flavor.
The rutabaga and garlic gave it that delicious flavor for that comfort food that we all enjoy.
All right, guys, we hope that you try those mashed potatoes. Simple food, packed with comfort foods, packed with nutrients. As you see, you can save your life just eating some potatoes, huh? We had Giselle pop in today. Audra Tillman loved it. She said, awesome. Watching that. And just so that you know, Corey, Philip Waldo Jr. says he will definitely lend his voice to help, with voiceovers or whatever we need, announcing. Boom, all of that. And Giselle agrees, garlic and onions are really good for your health. So, Giselle, you are never too late. There's always the replay. If you guys are watching this on the replay, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and hit the share button so other people can find this wonderful information.
So we want to thank you guys for joining us on this episode.
Yummy.
On this episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife, LaQuita Marie.
They are live. And again, join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more fabulous people that you can meet from our network.
Fabulous people like Synolve, who says that looks so yummy. Milton and I will try this. Thank you so much, Giselle. She says, we look so pretty today. Oh, I look so pretty today.
And we have a special guest tomorrow that's going to, again, it's another person that's using their voice to educate people by reading audiobooks on their YouTube channel.
So another way you can use your voice as a voiceover artist. So that'll be fun, Corey. Let's do it.
All right.
How do we say goodbye?
We say goodbye since Milton was digging potatoes and LaQuita made mashed potatoes. We would say, do the mashed potatoes.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Dance. Right. I think I was doing like I was swimming. I was holding my nose.
Yeah, you were doing the wrong old school.
Was I supposed to be pounding my fist?
You were supposed to be like doing your feet. They couldn't see it anyway.
Oh.
Nevertheless, since we messed up the old school dance, we're going to say, deuces.